Good day, everyone, and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware of risk in the future. Trade in all our videos for educational purpose only. You're very welcome to follow any of our signals as long as you are on SIM. We're not responsible for your trade. The market is finally, the market was really flat, and now finally we have a short trade from this area 6750, and once the Nasdaq across that area here, the projection, we have a short. Before, you should not take any short before it goes below that projection 24,459. The direction is down. Absolutely, the direction is down. Weak, but it is down, and we estimate hitting the target at 6,719. There are tons of news. We have at 10:10, 10:15, uh, almost 11 o'clock, 11:45, 4:30 p.m. So there are a lot of news to your way. So you have to be a little bit cautious with your direction. The market is going to flip many times during those next 2 hours. So there are many news coming out, and we have to be careful. But the direction is down, and the first estimation on the ES is 6720. The short trade is from here, 6749. A tremendous resistance, and the first target is 6720. Today, the YM and ES are doing extremely well, and the Nasdaq now start picking up, but the YM and ES, they are really uh, trending very well. The ES is short, and the Nasdaq is not really going in the same direction as the ES and the YM. If we look at the market analyzer on the top, uh, every time you see the ES short or long and the Nasdaq the opposite direction, this means you have a problem in the market. The market is not in sequence, and then when it's not in sequence, you're gonna have a lot of pullback when you're auto trade taking a trade. Whether it's long or short, you will have a losing trade because the market is not in sequence. The ES wants to go down and the Nasdaq wants to go up. And when they are the opposite direction, uh, then it is a problem trading. So now, as you see, it's very simple. They are a re-entry on the ES as 6751 because there are a lot of resistance on the top, and the Nasdaq wants to go up, and that can cause a problem when you are trading or auto trading, or if you think you have a buy sell signal and they are smart. Don't be sure about that. You're gonna be losing a lot of money. So uh, this is only short from this area, the resistance, and the Nasdaq. If I was you, I will stay out of it. I still would not trust the Nasdaq to go short. Even we have a short trade right now on the Nasdaq. I do not trust the Nasdaq. It seems like the ES is more stable with the trade than the Nasdaq, because the Nasdaq is getting a projection from the 24,459. This is not good. We need to see the market going down, and then here is a critical area. So there is not much left on the Nasdaq. So you can see how the Nasdaq is not uh, in the same direction as the ES. Plus, you have a lot of news coming out. Is going to impact. Now there is another news at 10:10, 10:15, and 10:59. So there are a lot of news now. Can change the direction in the market. You have to approach the market today extremely cautious, extremely cautious. ES down. The target is 6719.75. You see, that's why I said I don't trust the Nasdaq. Look, it's still on this projection 24,459, and now he's breaking that line. Once he breaks this line, this means there is no more short trade. But at the same time, you don't have a long trade. So the Nasdaq is really nasty, and I would not trust the Nasdaq direction. So you have to be careful with the Nasdaq. It's not, and the problem is, if you we notice here, the ES is not breaking the resistance at 67.51, but the Nasdaq wants to break the short trend. So this is a really 90% traders fell into this gap, and this is a really um, uh, not good right now. Even if your indicator is showing long, because of the news now, the market turning around, but there is no long trade either right now. you have to be careful. All the indication still is in red. Most of the time frame is still in red. So I will not try to chase wild goose here. I will leave it alone. And because we just finished one of the news, and there is another news in 5 minutes. What is this? Is about vehicle sales. Okay. In 5 minutes, there are another news. 2 minutes actually. So I'm sure the vehicle sales is not a pretty picture. Today I saw also on the news there are over 85,000 Harley Davidson motorcycle for sale in USA. Uh, Nobody is buying as well. So they are, and the same problem with the vehicles. So let's see. There are 2 minutes for that. As you see, there is no direction on the Nasdaq, and the ES stayed below this yellow number. This in the yellow number is a re-entry short or re-entry long. So when it's below that number, this means those news didn't do well, and now we are back on the short, and the target 6720 we still in process. The Nasdaq, I would not take any trades on the Nasdaq at all right now. The Nasdaq not doing well today. You are better with an ES, YM, Russell, but stay away. I don't know how's the CL doing yet, but stay away from the Nasdaq, please. Today, the Nasdaq is not piece of cake. It's still having a problem with this projection, the Nasdaq, and it seems like it's going to break it now. Finally, now it's 24,459. It's been struggling all morning with that number. Let's see Seems like it's going to break it finally. That's good. That can give us clearance with the trade on the ES all the way to the 67.20. On the Nasdaq is a long way from home. The target is 24,259. That's not bad. And this is the trade from the market analyzer. And this is where it says sell order. And this is where the sell order from the market analyzer. And here it is. And I took the trade finally. The ES, we are going to the 67.20. On the Nasdaq, I don't trust the Nasdaq today, so we'll break even and let the auto trade adjust it itself. For the Nasdaq, there is a long way down, all the way to the 24,262. This is a big trade. Finally, the Nasdaq give in to the same direction as the ES, so we can see from the market analyzer the sell are on the same direction. Very good. We're still going down. Your ES, it will be around 6720 if you want to take a target, and the Nasdaq is all the way down to the 24,261. Thanks God. Beside all the news, we had a smooth day today. There is a news at 11 at 10:59. The price index, but it's not important. And then 11:45 FOMC, but it's not really high. It's a low. So we are okay. So we can get away with the morning with one piece. We're coming to the target on the ES. If you want to consider taking the profit, the Nasdaq is a long way home. We're doing fine. Smooth day. No problems. No problems. No surprises. Smooth day. Everybody should be on the plus today. Yeah, that's what happened. But we're not over the short yet. We're not over the short yet. Be careful because there is a lot of news coming out, and we are still on the short. Do not go long, or do not let your ATR, momentum, MACD, whatever you think you have, is telling you otherwise. There is no long, is only pullback, re-entry, short. So be careful, guys. Re-entry short. If you notice, the ES came in as a re-entry because this is our re-entry and we've been using it for many years. Whether you are auto trading or manual trading, this is a re-entry 6743. Below that number is always short, above that number is always long. If we look here also, the pullback came into the 24,492. This is a re-entry point, short. Don't let it fool you. There is no long trade. Be careful, guys. Be careful with the long. You don't have long, please. Be careful. You do not have long. Be careful. again, you can see the market can enter this number and short. But right now, the short trade are getting weaker. You can see the sellers start shrinking, the buyer start increasing. The 1 and the 3 minutes turn to green. The 1 minute is not important, but when the 1 minute and 3 minutes, that means it's gonna follow by 5 minutes. The same story here. The 1 minute is green, and 3 minutes is in the green, indicating there is no more short trades. So, and you don't have a long trade right now. Gray. If you wanted to take a long trade in here, remember there is a lot of resistance in here. Most likely the trade will not go through. So this is the problem where you don't read the market. Why there is an internet problem? That's why you see, I was a little bit concerned about the long, because you have a lot of support, resistance, and you have a lot of resistance here, and that's why we couldn't take the long trade. And right now, the buyers with the 6 different time frame equal to the seller, and and now the short sell start getting stronger again. You know, now very soon those green ones, they start turning to red, and the sellers are going to start increase and the buyers start decreasing. So this is really important. So right now the market is sideways and there is no trades anymore. Always remember when the market cannot be just short and long, sometimes it's in the gray color. And right now we are in the gray. So we need to wait until we start seeing confirmation that it is short again. Now we can see the red on the 1 minute, and the sellers, we need to see little increase in the sellers over the buyers. And once we cross the projection on the ES 6729.75, that will be giving us the okay, like what happened with the Nasdaq earlier. That will give us okay to start going short. Right now, the market is in transition between short and long, and you should not take any trades at this moment. The market is not readable. Be careful. You cannot take long until we cross those resistance, and it's gonna, the market is not strong enough to break those resistance. So the market is sideways. Don't challenge the market. Don't think you're gonna get away with it. The market is sideways at the moment. We had a very bad week last week where the market was going left and right with no direction. Don't fall into this trap again this week. It's going down again. Now we are crossing the projection 6730 on the ES. Once the bar break below that number and close, that's mean we have short. Very important for this ES to break below and close below the 6729. Very important. You can see it's been a problem with that line. Look, the projection, how many times coming to the 6729. It's important to break it before we can take short on the ES. Here it is, short. Now it's short. And now we are going for the morning session to the 6711. This is the target for this morning. On the NASDAQ, that the morning target is 24,248. That's it. There's nothing left. Okay, so there is a short in this area here, and we are done for today. We say thank you very much for today, and we'll see you another day. Bye for now.